So basically, we want to talk about the difference between what we do over and above competitors, right? Because the marketplace is too noisy. Are we live? Are we live? Okay, guys. Okay, so today we have Kyle. Kyle is our Team New Vision, my partners here in the team, and we'll be talking about the main there's a problem. There's a huge problem in real estate industry today, right? So before we do the video, we were talking about you just came back from the owner of the house who's thinking of selling their home, right? Let's talk about that. So what's the scenario? The owner of the house was interviewing.
Yeah, interviewing a couple agents, and it's a townhome in the city of Alhambra. It's a newer townhome built in 2009.
Yeah.
So it should be a quick.
Yeah. And as the owner of the house interviewing 5 different real estate agents, what did the owner tell you? The owner told you basically, hey, you guys are all
right.
Basically, most real estate agents are saying the same thing.
Right. Basically, she's comfortable with me and one other agent, and she just wasn't sure exactly which route she wants to go.
Yeah.
So basically, we have to explain to her that we're totally different. Most agents, as they work for you after you hire them, they put on the MLS and they market to bring new buyers to come see your home. How we're different is we already have the buyers. It's like we've been working with her for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
Because we have a database of buyers, and actually for her condo in Alhambra, we have like over 720 buyers.
Yeah, you see, so there's a big difference, Kyle. You are not better than the other agents. You're completely different. This is what the other agents are saying. I don't have the buyers looking to buy homes. You hire me, I'm going to advertise looking for buyers. And you know all these shiny objects. Remember when you were a traditional. So we are not attacking the individual. These real estate agents, they are hard-working people, right? It's just the traditional real estate model has been for the longest time. We call it's an obsolete. So the traditional agents, this is what they do. You hire me, I'm going to advertise looking for buyers. So there's a lot of shiny objects, right? But what shiny objects could it be? Remember last time when you were a traditional agent, you asked these top producers and, hey, you've been advertising in this Chinese magazine for the past 20 years. Do you have any calls from that magazine?
Right.
And remember what they say?
Yeah, no.
No. And then you ask a follow-up question. Then why the heck are you continue advertising the house on 123 Main Street on that magazine? And you remember what the answer was?
Yeah, it's just for her clients. So for her clients can kind of see that she's still around. Basically.
So it's to justify, right? So imagine if you're the owner of the house, I'm the agent, because I don't have the real thing, right? So now I have to come up with all these shiny objects to justify. Right? I need to justify why are you paying me tens of thousands of dollars, right? So how do a traditional real estate agents justify these tens of thousands of dollars, which I think is way overpaid for the homeowners to pay their home? They justify it with this shiny object. For example, knowing that in the past 10, 20, 30 years, you've been advertising in these Chinese magazines, no buyers come from that. They continue doing it that way because somehow they need to justify to the owner of the house. Hey, look, you hire me, I advertise your home. The other day we look at Facebook, right? I show you, hey, you hire me, I'm going to walk around my neighborhoods. So the traditional agent, because they have no real thing to show, now they have to justify. So they have to work hard. So you hire me to sell your home, now I have to physically pretend, so I'm gonna door knock, showing to all your neighbors that I work hard for you. But think about it, when you hire me to sell a home, me door knocking 1,000 homes in your area, how does it help you getting more money for your home? So think about it, but you need to be honest though, right? So this is an honest conversation. If you're a real estate agent watching this is not an attack for you personally, right? This is more into, you need to question. Just because your brokers ask you to do, or just because tens of thousands real estate agents are doing it that way, you need to pause and think, how is this helping the clients? You know, what other shiny object could it be?
Of course, flyers and...
Oh yeah, flyers, right? I remember before the guy, before Kyle and I, we were in a different brokerage. Remember the broker said, hey, we have an in-house printing company. I'm going to print it in a thick flyers. Like, what are you saying? So it's as if the buyers could be fooled into buying a home by the thickness of your flyers. I'm like, really? Right? Like, no, think about it. No, we are trying to understand this, right? So what are you trying to communicate to the buyers? Thick flyers, drones, fancy papers, professional photography, the video of course we do all that, right? Today is 2017. Of course, right? You put it on the MLS, you put it on 300 website. In fact, so I don't want people get me wrong here, right? It's not like we are not online. In fact, if you Google Team New Vision, you Google our team, I think I show below if there's any other team that has more dominant presence online than our team. So I'm not saying this, saying that we are not advertising your home, of course. Like we do that. Today is 2017. If your agents do not advertise your home online, we call it obsolete. So that's kind of understood. It's kind of like when I go to a restaurant, you own a restaurant, I go to a restaurant, you give me food. You know, it's kind of like, I'm like, duh, right? If I go to a boba restaurant, they give me boba. So if I go to a real estate agent to sell my house, naturally, it's kind of expected. You know what I mean? So let's talk about that. So, hey Kyle, so why are you different then? If I'm the owner of the house and I'm thinking of selling my house, why should I hire you over and above the other agents? Or why not I do it myself as a for sale by owners? Right? We need to like why? Why you over and above the other agents or me doing it a for sale by owners?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is I have the buyers. That's really what it comes down to, right? Again, it's like I've already been working for the seller for the last 8 or 10 years now, right? We have the buyers already versus traditional agent. They have to market it and get the buyers for them after they get hired.
Yeah, so we have a database here of over 23,000. No, actually now it's 25,000 buyers with proof of funds, pre-approvals, ready to go, right? Versus if you hire our competitors, because they don't have the buyers, they're gonna advertise looking for buyers. So that differentiation, we have to draw a very clear line. Why you over and above the other agents? And then remember, typically our clients here in the area, not only they're thinking of getting that home sold, then after they get the home sold, they actually want to buy a bigger home.
Right.
So, hey Kyle, like why should I work with you if I'm looking to buy, right? My cousin who works in McDonald's full time, they have a part time, they also have an agent, right? I feel, you know, I'm like, well, like, why you? Why not them? I'm trying to help my cousin here.
Right. I think the biggest, well, one of the features that we have is a 24-month guarantee, satisfaction guarantee. So if you're not happy with your home, we either buy it back or we sell it for free.
That's huge. Wow. So what are you saying? If I buy a house from you, and then I move into a home, and then 2 weeks from now I realize that my neighbor's crazy, or like remember last year what happened with El Monte?
Yeah.
You wanna talk about it, or it's kind of?
No, it was fine. I mean, yeah.
So
I mean,
it happens to your family, right?
Yeah.
Let's share about it so people know. Because things happen, we don't know, we are not expecting things to happen, right? You move into a home, the neighbors could be crazy, and this happened last year. In El Monte, not too far away from here. What happened with that?
Yeah. I mean, there was a crazy neighbor came over and basically, you know,
What happened?
you know, basically somebody the neighbor got killed. Essentially,
It's like when we talk about crazy, like we talk about mentally.
Right.
This is not like we are not just saying, "Oh, you crazy." No, like medical problem. Right. And was it on the news? I'm sure it's on the news.
I think I don't recall actually.
When was it exactly?
It's about 2 years ago, I believe.
So today is 2017, 15. If you Google it up, El Monte, right? El Monte 2015. It should be on the news, right?
Yeah.
But maybe that's too extreme, right? But that's too extreme. But we are talking about.
We have one.
Yeah.
You know, one house is Michelle's, right? Bought the house. There's very nosy neighbor.
Oh yeah.
She felt really uncomfortable, and now we're honoring the 24-month satisfaction guarantee, and we're selling it
For free. Yeah, either we buy it or we sell. We want to be kind of like the Nordstrom of real estate, right? So when you go to Nordstrom, you buy your shoes, and then the next day, your daughter pee on your shoes. Right? Then what happened? If you bought it from Macy's, what happened? Nothing happened. Like, that's it. If you buy from Nordstrom, what happened?
Yeah, you get to return it.
Return it, and Nordstrom will give you new shoes. That's we want to be the not. We want to, you know, our mission at Team New Vision. We want to be the team that other real estate sales teams and agents measure their success to, right? So we set our standard high. So if you buy homes through our team, if you're not happy, we'll buy it back or we sell it for free. Right. And then, but what are the reasons? If I'm buying a home, why should I buy from you over and above? Because I want to help this cousin, you know. I mean, my cousin here, for example, work in McDonald's full time. I feel bad. I really want to help out. This is a family, you know.
I mean, there's so many different things, right? Of course, if you work with us, we're able to structure your offer to make it look as good as cash, even though you're financing, you know. So I think that's huge. Being able to position, you know, our clients' offers to get it accepted in this competitive market. So, and oftentimes getting it at a better price or negotiate it, just depending on, you know, the scenario itself.
So you are saying that in fact you are so bold. You put it. If you hire our team, we guarantee you save at least $10,000 in today's competitive marketplace. We guarantee you save at least $10,000 on your next home purchase, or you're gonna pay $2,000 cash out of your pocket. And then I think the most powerful, you know, I think the most powerful is the fact that we have access to homes, including homes that are hard to find online. Can you give like a case study example how it happened?
Yeah, I mean, we get so many listings. So a lot of times when one of us, our team members, get the property in, we first pass it on and see if we have any VIP buyers that we're working with now.
Yeah.
And before we hit the market, we kind of share the information.
It's the same thing. It's the reverse thing, right? So when you go to that owner of the house, you are telling the owners that you have access to these 25,000 buyers. We put it in a box. Oh, by the way, if you're thinking of selling, if you're thinking of making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, you gotta have this super duper box here, right? Because this box, a lot of goodies inside here, man. It's gonna show you how you're gonna net an extra $5,000, an extra $5,000 that you sell. So anyway, this is a super important. But so it's the same way, right? When you go to the owner of the house, you are telling the owner of the house that we actually have over 25,000 buyers with proof of fund cash ready to go now. How do you think that buyers come from? That's the other side, right? So that's our system. So that's an overview. Anything else you wanna?
No, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. So we wanna draw. So this is just a quick one-on-one conversation with Carl here, going over our system, because we truly have a system that benefits our clients. Our mission is clients first, and this is not just a pretty slogan. I notice now, since you and I start talking about the VIP buyers, remember 5 years ago, you notice now almost everybody copy it.
Yeah.
You look at all your real estate agents, Facebook friends. They are not friends, they're just Facebook friends. They're competitors, but yeah, they start to mimic. But when we talk about VIP treatment, we really means VIP treatment. It actually means something. This is not just a cute saying that, oh, you are my VIP clients, our mission is clients first. Like, we really means what we mean when we say you are our VIP home sellers clients. What we meant was you're gonna get a VIP treatment. For example, for our sellers, if your home sold, guaranteed or will buy. Right. And we actually have over 25,000 buyers in waiting with proof of funds and cash ready to go now. So this is not just some cute saying that a lot of our real estate agents, Facebook friends now just copy. No, this is like legitimate. There's a reason why we call it VIP, right? And same thing for buyers. For buyers, same way. The reason we call it VIP buyer system is because we actually have access to homes, including bank foreclosure, short sales, corporate owned, for sale by owners. Oh, I forgot. And our homes are not on the internet. We forgot to talk about for sale by owners. What do you think happened, Carl? What happened? And this is maybe the last one, right? Because we don't want to give we just want to whet your appetite, but we don't want to give the whole show away. Right. What happens if I'm a buyer, I'm looking to buy a home, and I go to a traditional real estate agent? Do you like what happened? Like, what about? Do you think a traditional real estate agent will give me access to like for sale by owners?
No, totally not.
Yeah. First of all, to be fair, we don't know what they'll do.
Right.
But I think if I were to bet, I was about to say my scared. If I were to bet Kyle's Tesla on it, I think it's safe to say that a traditional real estate agent will not proactively looking for a for sale by owners for their clients. Right? Imagine, Carl. What if the buyers know the truth about traditional real estate agents? And that is, when I say that, I meant, the agents not only show homes that's only on the MLS, but on the MLS at a decent commission.
Right.
See, so we are here. If you're a real estate agent watching this, again, this is nothing personal. This is not an attack against you individually, but there's a void. We believe there's a gap in real estate industry, right? It's kind of like a monopoly basically. So we want to change how real estate industry works so it benefits the consumer, so it benefits the clients. So in fact, we just wrote a book called Death of Traditional Real Estate Agents, because if you're a real estate agent, you don't change how you do things in 2017 and beyond, we're gonna have problem. Like you're gonna have problem. So that's, if you're thinking of buying a home, call 626-789-0159. Look for Kyle, Rudy. You're gonna get access to homes including bank foreclosure, short sales, and homes that are not on the internet. If you're looking to buy a home right now, call, because right now we have over 25,000 buyers in waiting looking to buy a home here in the area. Is that what's the situation? What's the market now? Is that not too many? Like, why we have so?
I mean, right now there's not that much inventory.
Yeah. And
we have a lot of demand, so more and more buyers that we're attracting.
Yeah.
So.
In fact, we guarantee your home sold. If these people who's watching this video, the homeowners, they go to traditional agent, what happened? Your home sold or it's gonna expire. You just wasted your time. You waste your time. The agent have nothing to lose, right? The agent have nothing to lose. The agent are using your house to advertise themselves. Your home expired. The agent move on with their life, and you get stuck. You end up wasting your time. You end up paying your mortgage unnecessarily. Your financial is all screwed up because this agent overpromised, not delivered. For us, I don't believe that. I think we call it risk reversal, meaning if we promise something, if we don't do what we say we're gonna do, we should get punished, not the consumers. I don't think it's right to for the consumers to take the risk, right? What else? Just as a conclusion.
No, that's it.
To discuss the sale of your home, call Rudy and Kyle 626-789-0159. If this is the first time you're watching this show, Google us, Team New Vision, Google our team so you can see what's going on. Also, go to Zillow, and there is no other real estate agent, there is no other real estate sales team, there is no other real estate office that has more endorsements from local home buyers and sellers than our team. I think by now, today is July 2017, we have close to 600 endorsements from local homeowners. Sometimes real estate agents can get 1 or 2 5-star review.
Right.
You can do the right thing, 1 or 2, big deal, right? We call it luck. Or sometimes you just have nothing to do. You sell 1 or 2 homes in a year, you better do a good job. Right? But there are we sold thousands of homes, over 600 positive reviews. That cannot be luck, right? Think about it, Carl, right? You can do the right thing maybe once or twice, but you do it over 1,000 times with over 600, all of them, 600, all 5. Like, how can you do that? Think about it.
You got to provide service.
It cannot be by luck. It cannot be by coincidence. It cannot be by some randomness, right? 600 5-star positive reviews, right? So Who do you know is planning to make a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Call 626-789-0159. If you're just curious, if you have question, comment below.
Yeah, we'll answer.
Yeah, Kyle and I, we're going to answer your question. We are watching Facebook. Just put your comment below. Anything, ask anything. And if you like to get a free search and match analysis to your home, right? Because we don't offer, of course, CMA. I think CMA is insulting your intelligence. We are assuming if you are the owner of the house, we know the fact. I think you know how much your house worth, right? But more important than that, if you like to get a free search and match analysis to our buyers in over 25,000 buyers in waiting database, call 626-789-0159. Kyle, myself, we're gonna go to your home, do a free search and match analysis to see how you're gonna net an extra, at least an extra $5,000. That's what this box is all about, an extra $5,000 when you sell.
That sounds good.
What else? You gotta have some stuff. You have to close it with some.
Yes, close it.
Okay, then that's the close.